go. That's where you can find him, at LC_Mealsy. And, well, we're making our way into game number 2 here of Dignitas versus Paradigm. Game 1, obviously, going towards Dignitas' side. A shaky game from them, but a couple of their key players that have struggled in the SPL, namely Variety and Renz, coming with big games there. And hopefully that turns into another set of big games instead of a big head.
You know, I think what happened was in picks and bans, they're thinking we can give Variety whatever because we're not expecting him to show up. Whereas...
On the side of Paradigm, you mean?
Sorry, yeah, right? So they're saying, like, yeah, there's no worry. Yeah, Xingtian getting taken away immediately. And then Xaylia goes almost full damage on Chalk and just dies.
Well,
right,
again, but this is what we talked about, right? Is that expect Paradigm to try at least for game 1 and probably game 2 also to play extremely standard. And again, yeah, you're going to see... I wouldn't be surprised to see them draft the exact same lineup. Just because they don't want to reveal too much about their later strats, because they have struggled with Fnatic.
So Janus, again, getting taken away by Paradigm. Xingtian getting changed up this time. Last time it was Athena. What?
Was Hell not picked or banned last game?
Hell was banned in the first phase.
All right.
So if the change was Athena here, so I don't know if that's going to affect anything.
Oh, there's Renz Freya. Okay, comfort pick coming off of Renz here.
This is curious to me.
Look how Renz looks like Spiffs.
What's up?
He looks like Spiff.
They've been compared before on Twitter. Like
yeah.
Little brother.
Look at him.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm waiting for him to move his hand.
No, he's got to cover his mouth. Like, the mouths are different, but the eyebrows and the eyes.
Bastet going to be locked in with Zhang Kui. So Paradigm taking a few pages out of that Dignitas playbook.
Surprised that they counterpicked the Bastet there.
And look at that. Immediate humbots. He's like, go ahead, throw the cats out, my man.
Yeah, I'm surprised they went for the Bastet there. I mean, it didn't seem that effective at harassing Lobster to see them counterpick it in this manner. And,
so,
and Bastet isn't particularly good against Freya Khepri, right?
So before we get into the analysis, right, remind yourself that this is Paradigm. Where does Zeus go? Lobster?
I think it's going to Xaylia. I don't think Zhang Kui excels in the soul lane. He needs to rotate and be in those fights, so it's got to go.
Oh, I like Zhang Kui. It's there forever.
It's probably Zeus solo.
750,000 health by the time I leave. Like, what's that? We lost 2 gold
What
Furies?
was it yesterday? We had a Zhang Kui with 3,600 HP.
Baby food.
Baby,
getting into that 4K.
4K, that 4K or bust. Well, Hu Yi going to be banned out there by Dignitas. Not liking that matchup. Taking that away from old Fun Baller. Another good game maybe for the On Her.
Isis getting taken away as well.
Ice has been banned now twice by Paradigm against Dignitas here.
Shadow Nightmares.
I want to see the Cuckoo.
I'm very surprised. Like, I hit the Janus. I think
Cuckoo.
that's good.
Oh, it's a Kukulkan.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Look at the setup. You got Hugbug and you got Banish. Those are
my man. Yeah, Banish into Kukulkan ult is
that's
death.
real. Yeah.
You will die.
Yeah, I think they're going to take it. I would. If I had a great Kukulkan player on my team, I think this is where, I mean...
Literally the only Kukulkan
player. The only, right? And I mean, another thing is that so... Okay, now it's starting to open up a little bit here, right? Paradigm is looking at Khepri Freya, right? And they're going, okay, this Freya Kukulkan synergy is going to be really good. Another thing Kukulkan's very good at is securing objectives. If we give them Bastet as well, their objective clear is going to be insane. Instead, it will be the new off for Team Dignitas. But remember, this could be looking at the soul lane, expecting Zeus to be there and taking that mage versus mage matchup.
And Nua is safe, super safe. Her minions can eat the chain lightning, which means he takes less damage.
Well, Nua got bopped.
Well, but come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You gotta just sit her under the tower. Okay. Shiba Lanke, and then, the return of the Monkey King.
Why? So, I mean, you guys scrimmed this Dignitas team all the time. Why are they moving away from that Kukulkan setup that they favored so heavily in online play?
It's hard to say, but I think people have just opened up.
There's been a lot more. It's hard. It's hard to do.
Actives, I'm gonna say. People have been getting a lot more beats in this meta, and yeah, all Kukulkan just kind of falls off.
Yeah.
Like what he does is he's kind of controlling the fights. Like, no, you can't go here because I'm gonna throw a tornado down here.
Right.
I'm gonna get a great ult of this. It's just too easy with the assassins that's in the meta right now to kill him. You need a Khepri. This might have been the game that they would play it, but I would think that Ra. I would rather have had a Ra.
Okay. I see. I thought you were gonna ask him why we haven't been seeing so much Sun Wukong.
That is a good question. Actually, interestingly enough, Kelly asked me that question last night as she was doing her prep for today. Here's my guess, and you can tell me if you think this is accurate, is that Sun Wukong is becoming less incentivized because anti-heal is so important, and he's not a particularly good Pestilence carrier. Like, it's okay on him, but really you want more aggro items. Is that what you would say as well, Emil?
Low health pool, too.
It's kinda, yeah, the low health pool is really important, and I think just also other warriors really showing off as being really strong as well.
You know, I'm actually very surprised, and granted, we still have our secret picks coming out soon.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that we have not seen Robin.
No.
Swear to God.
Really?
Robin has so much potential in the solo lane, and in the end game, he's impossible to fight one-on-one. He outboxes literally everyone in the game. He outboxes
right, but like
hunters.
at the same route, right? Like if they pick Robin and you just pick Jungle Mercury, he just laughs at it. Right? It's like oh, we did the same thing, but I hit harder.
Right,
Kick.
but one of them's a tank, and one of them goes, I don't care that you're punching me.
I don't know. I think Mercury takes Robin in a man fight.
Money match.
Yeah, in a
10
man fight.
money matches.
Level 20, 6 items, man fight. No anti-attack speed.
What are you just making up these rules for?
Hey.
Yeah, no Frostband Hammer that you would build second no matter what.
Yeah, no Frostband Hammer.
It's not fair.
Duh.
No Ickval.
Okay.
No core items.
No course.
We got to go to SmiteJunkies.com and we got to look at Allied's Death Toll build. And that's it. Have you seen Allied's Death Toll build?
No, what is it?
It's just Death Toll.
Really?
Yeah. Seems
Damn.
good.
On who?
I mean, it's just Death Toll. Like, who cares who it's on?
Hey, it could be
Could be on Nuwa. It's not a good idea. Dust tried it in ranked.
Imagine if Nuwa could get a Death Toll. She would love that. A lot
I'm
of
down.
hitting.
Imagine Freya can get Death Toll again.
Again. The old Vamp Shroud Death Toll start.
Were you playing back in that day?
Yeah.
The double
Those
starter?
Like the days,
God,
the
God
double
bless.
starter. The time that actives cost like 300 gold as well.
God bless.
Yeah, they have only one rank, 300 gold.
Yeah.
And then some of them were like 500 gold inexplicably for a while.
Yeah, and then we had the level 2 and level 3 girdle stacking. So
Oh,
you would
yeah.
go like Vamp Shroud Freya, and then your Fenrir would go level 3 girdle with Brutalize. Like, life was great back then. So much easier.
Simpler time.
It was a simpler time, Bart. Also, Lobster just missed a Chain Lightning on a creep. Don't shrug at that.
I don't know. I
That's
think
tilt. That's
tilt?
important. If you miss a Chain Lightning on one creep, which would have hit the other person 2 times.
Just, you know.
Also,
sometimes you
Zelia
miss
getting
Chain Lightnings, dude.
kind of pushed out here.
He'll heal back up.
He's still level 2, though. Actually, you'll notice he did get all creeps except for one, it looks like, very, very quick into lane. So that's going to get him pretty early on. It matters how fast... Oh, Variety taking so much damage. He's carded, but not enough.
Shout out to Sun Wukong passive.
Yeah, making him pretty hefty.
Not only is Sun Wukong's ultimate an entire
I
kit, his passive is an entire kit as well.
Hate everything. That bird. That
Sun
hurt.
Wukong actually has 3 sets of kits. He's got Animals, Cudgel, and Master's Will.
Right.
That's a kit.
Yeah,
And then he has his ultimate, which is an entire character kit.
right.
Invisibility, a leap, banish, and damage,
And healing.
and healing. And then he has his passive, which is also a kit,
Right, which allows him to be an auto attacker.
which gives him bonus crit and bonus defenses.
Yeah, which makes things like Frostbound Hammer very, very strong because you want to be meleeing. Also, what you doing?
But yeah, Jack of all trades,
Oh,
master
he's
of
got
none.
him!
He's dead. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bopped.
Minion's like, no, Mom, please.
And that's why you put the Zeus in the mid lane with the purple pot. He's just gonna look for those kills and he got it.
Yeah, how much does Detonate do right now?
200, I think? Like 250?
Jeez.
So why Emil Z, do you think it's the Zhong Kui in the solo?
They want to pressure early. That's what Paradigm does. If they would have had Xiong mid, that had to go a bit more later into the game.
Sure.
But since Xiong has to farm up anyway, they might as well just put him in solo and try and fight around mid with the Zeus.
So you think we'll have Warlocks this game then from Zelia?
Probably, yeah. It's probably going to be Warlocks. That's what you should expect out of him.
It's strange to me that we see the level 1 boots plus the beads. I feel like Zelia maybe invested into the boots when he didn't need to. I expected that we were going to just see Warlock Sash. Ooh, is he taking a lot of damage?
Well, there's those beads coming into effect. I mean, he's very close to dead if he eats a couple in-hands after that cat's done.
He might not even get a chance for the in-hands. It's more going to come down to, I could just dive you with my ult right now and kill you. He's got to be very, very careful. And you'll note, there is no blue diamond next to his name up here, which means he took another level of an exorcism.
Which is fine. I mean, the ultimate's not going to give him any kill potential onto the Sun Wukong, who can just bird away.
Well, I mean,
you have to catch
unless,
animals and
unless
then-
he like Tiger Stuns under the tower after his
Right,
ult and
right.
he doesn't get the kill immediately.
That's true. But I mean, in the same regard, right, an extra bit of healing could achieve the same thing. It gives him a little bit more lane presence as well.
He was forced to back. He's going to miss a fair amount of creeps here over in the right lane. He gets level 2 boots online. I think the cost, yeah, it looks like about 4 creeps. It's going to be 5 in gold. Actually, wow, all 6 in gold. That's brutal.
I mean, yeah, well, the real thing there is that, like, that's maybe one of the big deficiencies of Zhong Kui. Like, you can't afford to buy the teleport, really. Like, you
No, you
really,
cannot.
really don't want to.
Zhang would teleport.
You really
I mean,
want Blink Beads, and I don't know if he's going to be able to. He may not have the luxury of that this game. He may be forced to actually to
Also,
build into that teleport.
You should note that it seems Zelia doesn't know the damage, Right there, he needed 3 more card ticks, and he should have taken them. And instead, he threw out the Exorcism super early, which forced him to have to use another spell, put his passive on cooldown, and he didn't use enough damage to get enough out of that. He doesn't take a lot there, but it's these little things that I'm noticing that shows an unfamiliarity with the character.
Oh, that's a great Hunbot's ultimate. Going to force him back out of the tower range. There's the ultimate popped off by Xaylia. A big card and a big Exorcism could save his life here. He's going to have to put it out now. The healing is going to be enough for the moment. Ticking him back up. A Nua ultimate is sufficient to find the kill. Cubo Fred gets one in return, however. And it's a 2-for-1 swing in favor of Paradigm.
I think that's actually... yeah, it feels like Cubo is going to get the best of that because he's going to get this wave into the tower. And since we just saw Variety use that teleport, he's going to be forced to walk back to lane in the slowest way possible. He's going to lose a lot for that.
It'll put the lane back to even. John Quay missing out on basically the entire wave versus mana of.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's huge. That's a great knock up there by
Bye-bye.
Trix Tank and the detonate. Pop. Frezzo not level 5 yet. Level 6 ultimate up. What? Question mark?
Can we actually hover on Frezzy real quick? Just
no, he's got it. Look, the diamond's there.
No,
buddy.
I'm saying it might be the mana cost.
Ah, it was out of mana maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was a little sliver left. It's 100.
Had to be. It had to be.
It's 180. I can't remember.
It had to be. I mean, there's just no way that he doesn't ultimate himself there.
Yeah.
If he was able to.
Maybe he just forgot. He's like, oh, sorry, I thought it was
I'm Kepri.
Sobek. Man, that's embarrassing right now. Yeah, he was definitely out of mana at that point. Paradigm finding another kill though. Dignitas started off, fairly shaky with the Nuwa going down to Lobster, but since then the 1-for-1 wasn't so bad. But that is gonna hurt.
And now the tables have turned here in this whole lane. Now it's Sun Wukong returning with only his boots too, and Zhang Kui with the advantage in items.
Yeah, and Xaylia correctly went pen boots. Variety in some trouble here, but Frosty coming to try to hold this down. They're gonna go all in on the Xaylia again.
Yeah, and it's so early
Dodged
here
it.
that there's really no response from Paradigm at the Gold Fury. They just don't have enough damage to take
That's
it
so
out.
greedy.
Xaylia, he's going to heal back up, and in comes Cubo Fred, and it'll be another kill exchanged.
I think Cubo may have made a small misplay there. He could have killed Variety,
Variety
with the bleed, and then he could have focused. They didn't call the somersault down. I think that Xaylia might have had a lack of communication. That or Cubo Fred just blanked out and had a little bit of tunnel vision.
I think it was tunnel vision there.
It should have been a double.
Although, I mean, maybe it was the call to keep the Hun bots down over the Sun Wukong. You may be more worried about the carry potential coming out of the jungler than you are about the disruption from the Sun Wukong. Given that you have like the Bacchus to kind of, he's such a good disruptor. And you have this big tanky front line as well in the fights later on. So I don't know, but I agree with you. There's definitely potential for 2 kills there.
A quick solar flare. Frezzy saying, "Hey, Trix Tank, I see you," and then Trix in tandem just stands.
Me
and goes,
too.
"Yeah, I know, bro."
Yeah, I know, bro. And check out my Bastet. But nothing cooking.
And then Cubo's like, "Dude, can you stop?"
Yeah, Lobster's gonna throw on an in hand.
What is this? Another Transcendence? Got that rush down once again. This time Cubo Fred decides, wow, Frostyak did well with that. I think I'll do that too.
So that's on the Bastet that we're referring to there. That's a Transcendence rank 1 built up. I mean, I suppose it could still be a Heartseeker, but...
Zhang Kui going into, it looks like an early Mail of Renewal. Breastplate, not a very common item on Zhang Kui. I can't imagine he's looking for a big mana pool. What do you think, Nielsen?
I think it's going to be Breastplate.
It's probably Breastplate because it's also cheaper, and he's gonna get the survivability when he's gonna get ganked. So it should be Breastplate. But knowing that it is Paradigm and they love their Mail of Renewals, it might also be a Mail of Renewal.
Well, when you think about like the options, like there's not a lot of really good cost-efficient survivability physical items for mages. Breastplate Valor really the premier one there.
That's a 3-minute beads.
They picked it up on Lobster there, yeah.
It's a 3-minute beads for a 2.5-minute blink. I'll call worth on that one, especially on Zeus, a character that really needs that CC immunity.
Hey, the cheeky back
I
cancel.
don't think there's any worse feeling in Smite. Like, losing isn't as bad as getting your back stopped. Because, like, if you're backstopped, then you have to back again. If you lose, like, at least the game's over. You start again.
Also, there's so many times in Smite where you, like, I feel like it just happens way more than it has any right to from, like statistics. Like, that I back right as the Fenrir is about to land.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why does that happen?
Life is great.
Life is great.
Are you back right as I Robin ult you before the nerf and I get pulled into the fountain?
So it's a very slow-paced game this time around. Is that is that Paradigm trying to adjust, and this is Dignitas' normal pace, or what do you think's going on here, Millsy?
I think right now they just want to wait for Xaylia to be online. It's hard, right? They want to hit a mid-game timing with Shiba kind of doing damage with the Bacchus ult, really disruptive. Maybe look for gold. But right now there's not much to do. There's like not a lot of invade potential
That's important, though, what just happened. That Rising Jaguar, I mean, has a fair mana cost, and you can see getting very low. He's going to be forced out of this lane sooner rather than later, and if Renz is smart, he'll push the advantage.
Well, we're approaching 10 minutes now, just over 9 minutes past. There's 6 kills total in the game, 4 for Paradigm, 2 for Dignitas. The lead is slightly in favor of Paradigm here, in gold at least. Let's take a quick look at the graphs and see how experience is stacking up here as well. And it's roughly the same amount for Paradigm. A modest advantage of both experience and gold. Remember, First Blood going their way and leading a bit in kills here. So getting a bit more out of the lanes. And once again, Lobster being able to play on this Zeus, just a little bit more familiarity, a little bit more comfort out of that pick. Trix Tank, he'll take a little beating there. The Detonate going to come out and make that trade pretty much even. But in nice positioning there was Frostiak, but not going to get the call to initiate into that Zeus Bastet.
I really thought they were going to go for gold there. They have the Bastet cats up. They have the Lobsters, make the heavens rage nonsense, right? I mean, they have complete space control in that area. And Shadow Nightmare's ult literally does nothing in that engagement.
But, they don't have Zalia, right? They don't have Zalia in a position to bully the lane nor to rotate effectively versus the Sun Wukong. So, I mean, you can understand the trepidation on the side of Paradigm to really make a play.
Lobster trying to hold the lane down. A weird grouping. It looks like they're trying to bait something. Lobster backing up just to try to see what's going on. The solo laners continue to slap boxes. Lobster takes to the red camp once again. Not only some extra damage, but good farm as well.
Good counter warning coming out here. Left side mid camps are going to go to the side of Dignitas. Red buff picked up by Paradigm. They're safe farm there. Both blue buffs are up on the right side. You may see the jungler start to rotate over here a little bit just to see how it's going. Zalia.
Oh, missed that one. Again, it seems like unfamiliarity to me. He's misspacing a few of his spells. He's not using that card damage effectively.
We see what he's doing there with that Breastplate of Valor, all that bonus mana. He's actually carding the wave twice. Strangely, I mean, I'm not sure really what that's granting him, but he's doing it. So it's worth pointing out. I mean, I guess in some world, when he stuns that Sun Wukong there, then he gets a really juicy exercise instead of otherwise. I don't know. But hey, it's working, I guess. It hasn't died again.
There's one thing about that Zhang that I don't think we're seeing any player do, and that's use the Book of Demons stun in tandem with the card to do the double damage on Book of Demons.
That's right.
I mean, it never happens. Everyone does the 1-2 combo for the exercise for the small heal.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me because Book of Demons is really hard.
Well, no one maxes Book of Demons, right? So
well, even in the end game.
Right, it takes end game really for it to be viable. And then obviously, often there's just so much chaos in those fights that you just maybe it is happening occasionally. But this is a nice little item pickup here for Sun Wukong. We said he's maybe not the best Pestilence carrier, but he's going to rush it nonetheless.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, they have a decent amount of healing on that side. You'll have Shibalanke pick up probably a Bound Gauntlet into the Soul Leader. There's still a small amount on Zhang Kui as well. Yeah,
and it'll be annoying for Zhang Kui in the lane, and it'll give a bit of kill potential as well to the Sun Wukong.
So Zhang, by the way, not going, it seems, Warlocks. We're going to get a Spear or Voidstone next.
It's going to be Spear, one would think.
I would imagine, yeah.
Because you look at the Zeus, Zeus is going to be the one going into a Warlocks. Or an E-Staff, I suppose, but likely to be a Warlocks.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Paradigm is happy to farm away this game.
Emilzy, tell me about the supports here. Are we going to see a Sovereignty, or you think that's going to be another Midgardian male?
This game, I think it should be a Sovereignty, because they have so much magical damage. You want to get that aura going for your team, and you want the health. What Khepri is really good at is taking poke. You're going to have Basset jumping you and 2ing you, and then you're going to have your 9% from the shields, so you're not really going to take a lot of poke from that. And then if you have the Sovereignty 25 HP 5.
It's not 15?
Is it 9%? Like 3%?
Per shield, isn't it 5 times?
Is it 5? I don't know. But
maybe it got nerfed. I just assume
I
Khepri
think
never gets nerfed.
I think it's 9%.
But yeah, and when
15, imagine how big that blue bar would be if it was 50%.
It'd be 15% of your health bar. Yeah. That's how big it would be. I can imagine that quite cleanly.
Big.
Sorry,
go ahead.
I think it's
Emilzy's like saying you're trying to make a point.
Anyway.
Yeah, the thing is that if the Basset's going to jump and poke, if you have 70, you're going to take way less poke because you're just going to heal it up. Male of the thingy doesn't really make too much sense right now. Yes, maybe you have Basset on you, but Shiba's not gonna try and hit you. Shiba's gonna get these big beefy crits in on Irons and Shadow Nightmare and Frostiak. He's not gonna be focusing Frizzy.
And Shibalanke going into the Soul Leader with what looks like to be a Heart Ward amulet coupled from Bacchus. That'll be decent amount of protection aura between the two. That'll be real safe. I like that early rush. It winds up making the Heart Ward more valuable, I think.
The fact that there's other auras to stack with it?
Right. Love it. But 14 minutes in, we haven't seen a kill in forever, Bart.
No, no, no.
Paradigm is just straight up playing scared.
Which is maybe not the best idea with Bacchus. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of not where that god excels.
Especially like letting Nua get to endgame. Like Zeus versus Nua in the endgame, like Nua just doesn't care. She just throws Frog from super far away, she combos people, and then she ults the hell up out of there while doing 1,000 damage.
Yeah, they definitely got this late game. Also that they have the Freya. It's
Well, Shibalonka is.
Shibalongi, it's true. With the baggage, you can argue that Shibalongi is better, but Freya just still does crazy damage.
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, the combo.
The combo. That's like my favorite thing in the game.
Oh, yeah, the Intoxicate.
Yeah,
and,
you drunk people out and they can't stop moving during the Shibalonka ult.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is fun.
Hilarious fun.
But also, I mean, it'll come down. A lot of it'll come down to like whether or not the Shibalonke finds a few kills in the mid game to stack up that passive and swing hard. I mean, like yesterday we saw late game Shibalonke that just like didn't really tickled because he didn't have any kills, didn't have that bonus power.
That's true.
Combo's gonna be really good because they're gonna have Salia just running at them, and they're gonna have to use beats if they want to get away from Salia's damage. So the Bacchus and Shibalonki ult combo is actually gonna do a lot more because you're gonna have Salia running in at them.
I'm feeling like Bastet really needs to start making plays. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what it comes down to. Paradigm has really got to kick it into gear. They're spending a lot of time trying to get to endgame to get the Shibalonke online, but Bastet's going to be much less effective than a Fear No Evil, again, you know, especially with Freya on the team. Like, if you use an early beads and you don't have another defensive active, it's just going to be Banish, and that's going to be death.
Well, Warlocks is done here for the Zeus, so he's going to become less likely of a gank target. That could free up the Bastet a little bit to move around, and she doesn't have to babysit quite as much. Same goes for the Bacchus, of course, there as well, who's still waiting on that Heart Ward to be finishing. QF Fred's going to go take a peek over here at the right side lane, but you can't imagine that there's going to be a very effective gank against Variety. I mean, it's Sun Wukong, yeah.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
I mean, he barely got scratched there. Get it? Just Bastet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bastet is actually leveling. She's not leveling her ult, so that kind of shows the game plan of Paradigm. She's even leveling her free over her ult. She doesn't really want to gank. She just want to get the poke off.
Oh,
As you can
speaking
see,
of-
they're just poking him out.
Also, I really like when people don't always go for the bleed combo. It's
Yeah.
a little bit harder to confirm if you start off with a slow, like, she's going to bleed me, I will try to counter. But if you bleed and then jump on them, they don't really have a lot of options there. Variety was guaranteed to take that damage.
Ferzi actually opts to go for the Midgardian meal.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
gonna
I
disagree
wonder
with
about
that.
that. I mean,
she
really,
likes
it's only really hurting Shibalonke.
Yeah.
It could hurt Bastet. It could hurt Zeus. But I feel like Shibalonke's getting hit, and Zhang Kuei is just going to go,
I mean,
"Thanks."
most of the time Zeus isn't trying to attack you, he's trying to attack the Aegis shield. Bastet, she's putting out in hands, it's such a small portion of her damage. You know, Bastet's passive and Surket's passive are very, very similar, with the exception that Surket's requires an in-hand to trigger, whereas Bastet's is just another ability cast. Which is also why anytime you see your Bastet's with your Rageblade, Deathbringer, in your casual games, you just make a frowny face. That's all you can really do. Just like, that's not going to do anything. And then you get beat by it, and then
Well,
you're just like, I'm mad.
it'll do something.
I think the
not
reasoning
why.
behind it is definitely that you play Kepri as a healer. You stay with your backline, you stay with your
Right.
mage, and you stay with your ADC.
Peel.
And peel. And Kepri's really, he gets killed. Like, you can kill him really easily. Even though he has his ult and he has his roots and he has his 2-on-1, he actually gets killed really easily because he has like such a big hitbox. It's really hard to miss stuff on him. So if Bastet's gonna run up and A him, he might just run out and then keep on peeling.
So it's going to be early crit, it looks like. Probably a Deathbringer coming out for Hunbots. Looking for those real
It's been a
big
while
hits.
since we've seen Hunbots go for this super aggressive. Like, usually we'll see like a defensive item and then like even another like hybrid item before the Deathbringer. But this is more of a end of season 2, start of season 3, or sorry, split 3 build. This build up here that goes straight into Deathbringer. And it just goes to show, I mean, I think it's the right call in this game, just because the pace is so slow. He should have that Deathbringer and then probably a rank 2 defensive item before the fight breaks out, given how this one is going. And it shouldn't be a big task for Dignitas to dodge a couple fights here, but maybe it will be, as bye-bye Bastet. Or no, that wasn't Bastet, that was Nua.
She didn't care about that at all.
No, she didn't, and Bastet's
Still
not
has
even
her
on that
ultimate.
team, so shout-outs to me.
Decent
Hugo Fred,
damage.
backside, there's going to be the Variety ultimate. He's going to come over the top, not going to be enough to find the Bastet. We'll get a little bit of damage, but it's the stun from Zalia to prevent any more. Oxform continuing to knock up 1 stack, 2 stacks, down he will go. Lobster killing spree, 3-0 now in this game, and it's 5-2 as a couple kills picked up there on the side of Team Dignitas.
I
Well,
think-
no, not one. Shadow Nightmare survives that, doesn't he?
A traditional overextension right there from Variety. I mean, known as one of the most, I think, tunnel vision-y players in the league. Playing to his name right there as, you know, I didn't see him even diving. Even if he went in the right direction, I still saw Cubo Fred getting away from that one. And I mean, diving past a Zeus is so dangerous.
It's a low percentage play, that one, and well, the math works out in the favor of Paradigm there.
I mean, even if he got the trade, right?
Oh no, don't do it. Not the
No,
fog.
stop.
Remember when the fog stole the objective?
Yes, and I
Sad.
died.
Oh, they're gonna have a nice banish coming out from Freya there. Actually, leads to not another kill coming out,
Fruzzy
for
taking some
Paradigm.
damage as well.
leaving back his Cubo Fred after zoning out old Frezzo. And it's a clean Gold Fury pickup for Paradigm with the Sun Wukong down. They felt pretty confident in that one, and now it's the first real lead of the game here. 5,000 experience and 4,500 gold to the credit of Paradigm. A tier 1 gonna fall here as well. Let's extend that to just over 6,000 gold. No, fear no evil, but there's no follow-up.
They're trying for it. In fact, Zalia in the back line, just trying to do as
The
much
one
damage
kitty.
as possible. Frostiak needs to run. Cubo's got him.
Yeah, it didn't.
Rents takes down Zalia, but Trixtank takes down 2. Brought the party with him.
Oh,
That's a shame.
he just did it anyway.
That's a shame.
He just did it anyway.
That hurt me.
Why did he just do it anyway?
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Neo my.
Oh my God, they're all alive.
And the diddly side.
That's a backfire
Don't-
giant.
Don't.
Backfire giant here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a listen to Paradigm's comms now and see how they're feeling after that one.
I got 3 people super low in that fight, dude. Holy fucking shit.
And that's
Go
zero.
straight fire.
I'm
Come on,
again.
come on, focus.
Yeah,
we have time to talk though, dude.
Yeah, we have time to
seconds,
talk.
Good job.
Again, the top player damage 0 kills. That's how I roll.
That's how I roll.
You fucking trash, mate.
Ah, go on.
Still dead for Combat is up, Kepper's up.
Yeah, just nuke
Yeah.
it, just nuke it. Nuke it. We have secure.
Humbatzel down. Should
Use your
still-
detonate first time.
Oh no,
Use your detonate first time.
Humbatzel will be back up.
Use your
Humbatzel
detonate
will be
first
back
time.
up. I'm coming.
Someone go
I'm
Fred.
holding
Fred,
my
Fred, go Jet.
Yeah, hold your detonate.
I'm coming ASAP, but
I
obviously.
see no one. Three.
Hello.
Three. Nice.
Alright, we should group up
Good
and
shit.
push left now.
Yeah.
Let me
I'm
get,
gonna-
let me
I'm
get stacks
gonna
of
go
it and blue.
I'm losing my voice, dude. Holy shit.
Oh. Good,
Any
good.
help maybe? Get out.
Good. Move along. I got
No
you.
lazy back in here now. Fuck no. I'm
No
not.
lazy
Yeah,
back
careful,
in
mate. Careful, mate.
I don't have the back, I just backed.
Oh.
Yeah, it's time to just
I'm just getting
group
stacks
left.
around.
No, if you have to back, then go back now.
Yeah, I don't have the back.
That's
I
gonna be
just came
solo
out of
then. Get buffs and then go left.
I'm backing and coming to you guys.
Let's see, I can kill them on
Variety's
the tower.
pushing right though. Variety's pushing right.
Just get ready for like if I get a good shield to bounce, just fucking go into it because I'll ult after it.
Yeah, if I get a good jump.
Who did
I got
the
a sick shell on.
Did the
Boom,
kill
bats
use
goes
Zaylee
in,
last
and then
fight?
I shell
Huh?
him.
Well, you hear the call coming out from Paradigm. They're going to try to push up this left side here. Not too worried about that Dignitas split push out of Variety.
Man,
But that fight,
the most majestic comms, I think.
yeah. Yeah, good old, that was Kieran.
Yeah,
taking off the comms
fun ball
there.
and
Funballer.
Zalia. Just
He did a lot of damage in that fight, as
yeah,
you heard him
that's
say.
what I heard.
Another like big thing about that fight is that stopped that Hunbot's Deathbringer timing a bit. He's just now got it out. And that means that his kill potential, it's going to be stymied a bit here because the next set of items has come out from Paradigm. You see that Sovereignty Artwork combination is done.
Zalia's
Defensive
looking
Horror
for
is
that
online.
cute blink.
Yeah, I suppose he is.
Oh, he doesn't have
Except
blink.
for he doesn't
What is
have
he
the-
doing?
that card through the wall hot play? I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to get...
Probably doesn't want to get
Poked.
Hunbat's ulted.
Yeah, he wants to be able to like counter-initiate once that Hunbot's ultimate comes out.
No, he's got to have blink. He just avoided the fog. Like only a person with blink would.
Maybe he doesn't want to take the 72 damage, man. But yeah, this tier 2 can't be defended with the Fire Giant buff up for Paradigm, and the chokehold is going to be applied here. They're going to farm out the jungle when they can and take the rest of these tier 2s.
Yeah.
And there's not much Dignitas can really do about this. I mean, they
The
got
bleed is going to
wiped
be
at
hard
their
to stop.
tier 1, so...
At this point, it's just hemorrhage, right? They're already up in gold, a massive amount. It's already 10,000. And it's just going to keep getting worse, although QO very low
Left
right
side here, there's one kill already. Lobster explodes Irons, and that's a big-time problem. Into the backside is going to go Trix Tank Variety. He's going to completely try to leave out an Ox back through. Not a great call, buddy.
now. Oh,
Hey!
nice ultimate. Frezzo keeping him alive for now.
Worth, though? Not sure that's worth. You may want
Yeah.
to save that for a core.
Probably should have let him die, actually.
Oh, Frostiak. That was a play. That was a play.
Tier 2 going to fall here.
He went
You
to the
see-
Sacred Monkey on the back lines there to get out of that.
This is Phoenix. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
safe calls go for the tier 2, but Trix Tank is like, hell no.
Well, there's no Hunbot's ultimate. There's no ultimates, in fact, at all. They waste, or I say wasted, but they used them all in that last engagement. There's
God,
no,
another
there's
one.
no real damage-dealing core either. Outside of the Nuwa, who's got, one good burst potential, there's no sustained damage out of this composition for now. Cat Stun going to be off the mark. Bacchus in
Beautiful.
place. Variety getting exploded. Variety's going to go down here to the dots, and yes, Funballer credited with that kill. Here comes Frostiak with
No!
that Deathbringer, but no, it's just tilt. That's full
Did
on.
he chase Trix instead of going for Cubo?
Yeah, that's just greed. I mean, I think Dignitas realizes this game is getting out of reach very quickly and trying to make something out of nothing there and paying for it.
And look at this,
With
Gold
Frosty.
Fury's up in 10 seconds. Lobster, though, with a big swing on the Chain Lightning. Detonate's not enough to kill, but you gotta land eventually, and when you do... No, wow, Fumball did not commit.
The flop.
Trix Tank will always commit.
That's that Pen Boots Bacchus build, that the patented Trix Tank there.
I don't think there's a character in Smite that will surprise you with their damage as much as Bacchus.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get belly flopped and intoxicated, and you have taken 1,000
See,
damage.
people think that's when Soulshiner quit, it was because of the SPL. No, he quit because I saw him get globaled by Bacchus in a 2v2 tournament. Guarantee it. Bet my life.
Globaled?
He got globaled.
What does that even mean?
He got hit by belly flop, right? And then, like, while the belly flop was, like, activating, he got polyed into Intoxicate and just erased. And he was collie with beads. He couldn't even use the beads. That's what Bacchus does, man. Bacchus is the truth.
Bacchus is, yeah, and really only Trix Tank, like, willing to play him consistently.
And in first phase, too, right? Like, he picked him first phase.
Well, I think that's why he's such a valuable pick, perhaps, is because there's no, like, real natural predator for the Bacchus in the lane, right? I mean, what do you think about Emilzy? Why are they picking him so early?
It fits their playstyle really well, and they picked him 4th here. Like, not too early, but they also picked him with the Xbalanque, and that's like a natural, really good combo. And it's just a comfort pick for Trix. He plays so well on this Bacchus, it fits his playstyle. He can make do a lot of damage, meanwhile having tons of CC. And yeah, that's just pretty much what Trix Tank does. So I think that's why they're putting so much value on it. Like, rather than playing a guard like Jeb would fit a more defensive support.
Absolutely.
I mean, by the way, look at the builds on Paradigm. I love this. There's a Gem of Isolation, right, on Zhang Kui. There's a Void Stone on Bacchus, and there's a Pyth on Zeus.
Yep.
Everyone's adding a little bit to the pot, and then there's
Couple
2
of
spears online.
Yeah.
Like, you are gonna take magic damage. No matter what you build, you are taking a lot of magic damage.
Yeah, and I think you've made a good point there. Insofar as that, as you noticed, there hasn't really been any great itemization from Team Dignitas here to deal with this magic damage, right? You have the solo laner that would have built that core defensive item anyway, regardless of who he was going up against. And you have a Stone of Gaia on the Khepri, and this is where that sovereignty could have really paid dividends with that magic
Wait,
protection
what?
aura.
Fire Giant? Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah, hey, look at that.
Look at that. Just
And Zeus.
out of nowhere.
I mean, Bacchus Bastet, powerful enough and threatening enough to
Yeah, there's
hold the
just
entire team
Xbalanque
back.
Just,
And then, yeah, Xbalanque just walks in and throws out a few in-hands.
you know, Trix Tank does not have the face of a person
Oh.
who's winning right now. Look at that.
Well, should we take a listen? See how Paradigm's going to do this one?
The majestic comms of Paradigm.
Majestic comms of Paradigm. Let's see how Paradigm is going to try to close this one out versus Dignitas. 1 Phoenix remaining.
Steal. Let me
I can get a
steal.
good map.
Let him steal.
Let me steal. Let me steal.
I want to
Yeah,
make a
stealing,
racist
stealing,
joke right
stealing.
here.
Fred's come from behind, Fred's come from, just come
No.
for another side. Push
Alright,
the other way,
Fred, you
push
can just
in.
push it. Yeah, you can push to end.
He's in there, Keppe.
Nobody's here.
Push
He
this
was.
down.
Ha 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 ha! Nice stun right there.
I can just ult on this one.
Yeah, yeah, go, 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 go.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Go on,
Oh,
Keppers,
right.
Going
Keppers,
in.
Keppers.
We're right there. We're right
I'm focusing tower. I'm focusing tower.
Get the Phoenix, Pick.
Get the Phoenix.
Help Zelia. Help Zelia.
Go. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they all ran through my ult,
we
don't worry
we
about
don't
it.
even like what we didn't
What
think
the
it's
fuck
going in on
happened,
us, you know. I'm jumping this guy.
I'm backing because fuck
One
it.
shot him.
You guys can end, but I'm backing because fuck you guys. I ain't dying.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Paradigm, cool, calm, and collected, will walk into the Dignitas base and take down the Titan. That one, more of a standard game timing there. Game got topsy-turvy real quick, and to the credit of Dignitas, it does not go 1-1 now.
You know how to pick them, Bart, by the way.
How do you mean?
You know how to pick them.
Pick them all.
Get those comms every time.
Oh, yeah.
You can pick them, man.
I was going to make a racist joke, too, so I'm glad Zaylee did it. Emilzy, what went wrong there, man? For the Dignitas boys.
I don't know, they just got outplayed,
They got
and
steamrolled, yeah.
the Freya, it never came online. Like, Freya did
Yeah,
nothing this game.
Freya did nothing, and not to mention